data team in general. It could include GTM, it could include any data team. Data teams, when you're a small organization, they start off pretty centrally. They do that out of essential nature where you're not a hybrid organization where data teams live on these marketing, sales, and product teams. To manage and set up your data flow process and data infrastructure, most teams will be centralized. As you grow as an organization and add more employees and to your marketing, your sales, or your product, we can call sales revenue, then you get more requests in and more complaints that the centralized data teams aren't meeting those SLAs required. Then comes the thought of moving to a federated model where you're actually still managed centrally. So all the data people are managed centrally, but the data people actually live on other teams or are a part of those teams and their ceremony meetings so that they can understand the business context of each team's structure. And as that grows and each data person starts learning more about each team, then you can move into something which we call a data mesh structure. A data mesh structure is simply the thought of data as a product. So we treat each branch of your organization as a data product producing machine. And in order to do that, the centralized team is no longer centralized, but these experts move in to become marketing data engineers, marketing data analysts, marketing analytical engineers, and they live on these teams and they're managed by a data product manager that helps you produce these data products. And data engineering isn't necessarily considered data engineering anymore. They're considered data platform services. So they provide services wherever these people lack the expertise to come in and help them, essentially.
So let me make sure that I fully grasp this. I'm
Yeah.
going to repeat it back to you. Tell me if I have it right or where I got it wrong, more likely. So centralized, probably the start of a data team. Let's get the foundation in place. Important for everyone to be like a data expert first. Make sure that the kind of flow chart that you showed before is really helpful. Then
Yeah.
we move to federated. Like once the complaints come in around like teams, aren't moving fast enough for the sales or the marketing org, or they don't understand the business well enough. Like let's go put probably like a go-to-market like BI analyst into each of those teams, like most likely get them to be a little bit more of an expert working directly with teams, get a little bit faster as well.
Yeah.
On the data mesh side, is it just more of a pushing down of like the stacks? You're getting like more technical data folks in with each of the function. Is that kind of like the next evolution here versus just like an analyst level? Did I understand that right?
Yeah. So it's looking at the data flow process of what each of these data or these branches own and saying, okay, well, in order to own our data flow process, we need a data engineer.
Okay.
In order to own our data flow process, we need an analytical engineer. So you're changing the structure of your analytics teams to marry to the branch that they fall under. So GTM RevOps Analytics may have a GTM data engineer, a GTM data analyst, a GTM analytics engineer. So you're hiring for a different skill set to fit the new organizational structure for your data teams.